Okay, hello friends, welcome you all. So we have to discuss about an importance of control panel, and right now I'm going to teach you about the very interesting topic that is known as the tricks and tips. So the name itself suggests that this topic is going to cover all the important theory and the rules and the regulations which are developed by our government throughout the ISO standards that has to be followed while designing a control panel. And these rules and regulations must be required to know about every designer who's going to design this control panel. It must be known by the operator who's going to operate this control panel. So let's discuss this. So first important thing that we are going to discuss is regarding to the color coding of any industrial control panel and what is the important role of it. We have to know that in any control panel design process, we have internally consist with different types of components. So at that time, we should be known about which type of panel have which type of input connection, and we have to know about which is the output wire of that system. So these things will help you to get a less complexity in your system connection or a wiring process. So for that purpose, this kind of coding has been done. It's simply to ensure and trace the circuit in very easy manner without any confusions. So for example, we can see in this chart there is a single phase line wire. As per the ISO standard, all system is provided with the color insulation red to that conductor, but right now it's in gray color. Okay, in the single phase neutral wire, it's having insulation color coding with black, but right now it's in blue. Okay, single phase earth ground, it's still gray even from old to now condition. Now, if it is panel design with a three-phase connection, we have to be known that this panel should have a line wire RYB with the color coding of red, yellow, and blue color. Similarly, if it have a neutral connection, that may be a star system or a delta system, it may be useful. So at that time, we have to ensure that a black wire should be useful for a neutral connection, as well as for the earth or a ground protection, which is very much important in terms of any panel design. For the protection purpose, we should be provided with a green color, and it should be provided directly to the earthing, that is ground to the system. Now, what is the importance which is consisting behind naming the panel? As we know that any instrument panel must be provided with its separate rating board, or we can call it as a specification board. This type of board is mostly useful to give an every important description regarding to types of AC or DC supply we have used, regarding to single phase or a three-phase system. It should be located with its own individual voltage, current, power, frequency ratings, all these things, the class of insulation, which is the type of manufacturer who is going to manufacture the product or who have come up with this product for which kind of application. All these things has to be mentioned on the board of that panel itself, and that thing is basically known as a specification board. So the rating should be given on every panel so that an operator can able to decide whether it's safe to work with the panel or not. Now in the next section, we are going to discuss about the important rules that we require to design the panel for a closed loop system. As you can see in a picture, there are different types of components we have seen. So these components are like contactors. I can say there are some combination of fuse, there are some combinations of relay box, terminal systems, and other important components. So all these things are connected with a fabricated inside us different types of section with their own usual separate protection boards, and they are provided with some amount of spacing between them. So what is the role of spacing? Over here you can see in this panel, it's obviously to avoid a possibility of any short circuit conditions, as well as the spacing is required to be provided so that we can able to provide an efficient cooling into this entire panel. It's a natural air cooling, you can see. Even in this picture you can see my cursor that this control panel have a one section, second section, and this is a third section, and all these sections have their own visual protection board so that we can able to protect the system from any abnormal and fault condition with the help of MCB and the fuses. Now let's discuss the further important discussion. Yeah, this is the thing.